Example 4 gives us the profit function, the revenue function, and part A is asking us to find the total profit function. So remember, profit equals revenue minus what? Cost. So we will subtract to find that total profit function. So here's P of X. Subtract the revenue function, what I highlighted in the orange, by that red cost function. So I'm going to subtract both of these terms. So I will have minus 62x squared and minus 27,500. Now we just have to simplify by combining like terms. So we got x cubed right here. Any x like terms for these two, yeah? So if I combine those two yellow highlighted like terms, I will get minus 74x squared plus 40x don't have any like terms, but I see that these two numbers can be combined and give me minus 27,490. Okay, so we got the total profit function, and part B is asking us to find the total cost of, well, total cost, revenue, and profit from the production and sale of 50 units of the product. So there's basically asking us to find C of 50, R of 50, and we can find the profit by subtracting orange minus red. But since we got that profit function written, let's plug it into C. Okay, so this part we're gonna I'll just open up a calculator and do it. Okay, a Desmo scientific calculator. So starting with plugging in 50 into that red function. So I'll do 62 times 50 raised to the second power plus 27,500. So that's the total cost. Okay, now let's do the revenue. 50 to the third power, whoopsies, minus 12 times 50 squared plus 40 times 50, lastly plus 10. So look, that is the revenue, and finally we will do the profit function. And I think we have a bad news for this company, don't you think?
Oh, wow. Can you open it?
I will. Give me that.
So, I got it.
Okay, where is it? So I can plug in to that green function, but you know the number will come out. You know what we can do to just use these two answers above is do the revenue, that answer from that orange function, minus the cost. So I'm sorry, they need to do better on their business, right? Look, their profit is so negative, so they're losing money. Okay, let's write these numbers down. The first one, the cost of producing 50 cans is $182,500. The revenue is, all right, go, $97,010. And profit, when I subtracted these two, it's going to be negative 85,490. So lost, sorry, lost. This is lost. They're not really making money when they are producing 50 products. Okay, so they need to do more. All right, so part C is asking us to find marginal cost, marginal revenue, and marginal profit. Now for this part, you will just find, let me highlight and try to color code these. To find marginal cost, you will take the derivative of the total cost function, okay? So let me go back up and find that total cost function. So here it is. That's what we were given. So I'll copy this down. Copy it down here. So if that's the original total cost function, marginal cost function will be 62 times 2, so that will be 124x, and this will just give me 0. So we found the marginal cost function. Okay, now let me find the next one, marginal revenue function. So that will be R prime of X. So I need to go back up and grab my revenue function. So here's my revenue function. So I'll copy it down here. And I take the derivative of that. So that will be 3x squared minus 24x plus 40. Okay, and lastly, I just need to find the marginal profit function. And that was what we wrote, right? This right here. So I'll bring this down. And I'll just do it down here, okay? So P prime of X is 3x squared minus 148x plus 40. Okay, so we found these three marginal functions. Now they want us to find these values when 50 units are produced and sold. So all we have to do is plug in 50 into each of these. Plug in 50 to this. And lastly, plug in 50 to the profit, the marginal profit function. All right, I need my calculator for this. So starting with the very first red one, I will do 124 times 50. The next one is 3 times 50 squared minus 24 times 50 plus 40. And the last one is 3 times 50 squared minus, we could have just subtracted it too. Yep, 50 plus 40. Okay, so we got the three answers right here. So the marginal cost, okay, it's going up a lot, huh? Is $6,200. So whatever they're making, okay, if they decide to make 51 items, 51 units instead of 50 units, their cost is increasing by $6,200, okay? What about their revenue? Their revenue is also going up by 6,340. Okay, now what about that profit? Because if I'm a business owner, I would like to know if my profit is increasing. Oh, and this is a good news. If I make one additional item, okay, going from 50 item to 51 item, I expect the profit to go up by $140, okay? I should be adding more than this per the unit. So I should say something like $140 per additional unit, okay? And I'll add that. I'll take time to add that. So the revenue, the orange one right here, of $6,340 per additional unit. And lastly, this one too, $6,200 per additional unit. Why do I care about units so much? Because when we found these answers, we better know what these numbers mean in the context of this problem, right? So if I were this company owner, I'd be like, okay, let's make 51 units because our profit's going up by $140 because they were doing very bad. They were losing $85,000 and $490 when they were making 50 units, okay? All right, so that was an example of marginal cost, revenue, and profit, and we actually started this problem by writing the profit function ourselves.